President Brown voices his opinions on college athletics, Disney makes a major YouTube purchase, and we hear from his students about their trip to the National Broadcasting Society convention. Stay tuned for all this and more on Hawk TV News. Hello and welcome back to another edition of Hawk TV News. I'm Haley D'Esposito.
And I'm Andrew Byrne. The National Labor Relations Board allowed football players at Northwestern University to unionize. This rule, announced on March 26, brought more attention to the debate of whether college athletes should be considered employees and thus get paid. College athletes create huge revenue for their schools, and some of these athletes feel like they should be compensated accordingly. However, many educators feel that they should take this time in school to learn and mature because they are student athletes. According to Monmouth University President Paul Brown, who wrote an article for the Star Ledger, there is nothing more serious than providing a meaningful education to our students. Only time will tell if other athletes will unionize like Northwestern University, which could alter the way collegiate sports are run.
On April 16th, Monmouth University's Student Employment Office will celebrate its 18th annual Employment Week. There will be free food, prizes, and musical performances at the Rebecca Stafford Student Center. The event will start at 11 a.m. and last until 4 p.m. Guests such as Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, and the Vitamin Shop will be giving away food and prizes to student employees. This event is not just limited to student employees. All students are eligible to win prizes such as movie tickets, restaurant gift cards, and t-shirts. There will also be music provided by a DJ and the Monmouth Pep Band. Monmouth invites students to come and enjoy a day of games, dancing, and celebration.
On March 28th, our reporter Jessica Rossi covered the Ally and SAB event, Drag One-on-One, where famous drag queen Raja Gemini came to campus.
Diversity chair for the Student Activities Board, so my job is to plan all the diversity events on campus, and that can be about culture, race, gender, so tonight it was specifically about LGBT issues. He was on RuPaul's Drag Race, and he worked with Tyra Banks on America's Next Top Model, and there was like a brief description of everyone that worked for the company, and I felt that Raja stuck out the most, and he could be the most relatable. He could really work a crowd. He was a great conversation. I thought could relate most to the college students. So.
Well, SAB came to us saying that they really wanted Raja from RuPaul's Drag Race and America's Next Top Model to come on campus, and because we do a drag show every year, they thought we'd be a good couple to pair up with that, and because we really reach out to that population, so they thought we can, bring our people to them, they can bring our people to us, and it'd be like a good intermingling group.
Event. I think it really the best part about coming to these environments is the fact that I get to open it up to question and answer, and I really get to find out who it is that I'm talking to. Because not every university or university student, or any person for that matter, is going to be the same person, and everyone's going to have a different lifestyle and a different background. And for me, that's the funnest part, is to really find out where everyone's from, where they're at in their life, what they're studying. I mean, it says a lot about a person. So that's really the most interesting part for me, is to kind of figure out who it is exactly that I'm talking to. While I was in Drag Race, I always, I'm just kind of that person who really likes to kind of reach out to people who are sort of making their way in the world and finding their own journey. And universities were an excellent step, and I've been working with Hope's Voice, who brings out a group called Divas of Diversity, and I've done a ton of universities, and I'm glad to be here at Monmouth. Hi.
Thank you, Jessica, for covering the event. Sure looks like the audience enjoyed Raja's visit. Monmouth University's Institute for Global Understanding began its 13th annual convention on April 7th. This year's convention, Towards Global Equality, Education, Dignity, Prosperity, consists of over 50 lectures, panels, films, and exhibits to raise awareness of the struggles involving social inequality and injustice. To kick off the event, Dr. Azza Karim, Senior Advisor for the United Nations Population Fund, talked about her experiences with culture and religion. The convention will end on April 11th.
On April 12th, the university will host an event called Made in Monmouth in the MAC. Jewelry, artwork, and more, all of which has been made in Monmouth County, will be for sale from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. During the event, non-perishable items will also be collected for the food bank of Monmouth and Ocean counties. Made in Monmouth is sponsored by the Monmouth County Board of Freeholders in partnership with Monmouth University.
On April 1st, the 27th annual Black Mariah Film and Video Festival came to Monmouth University. Courtney Carr has more on the story.
Thanks, guys. Welcome to the Black Mariah Film Festival, where young filmmakers from all over have submitted their works in order for a chance to have them screened here tonight. There are tons of Monmouth students and faculty inside, so let's see how they're enjoying the event.
Black Mariah is sponsored by the Department of Communication every year. We get support from Performing Arts. They help to promote the program and get the word out there to people who like to attend performing arts events here at Monmouth University. And I'm the person who is the liaison with Black Mariah. I coordinate the event. I work on selecting the things that we see here at Monmouth.
I really like The Apothecary. It was about a small business guy, and I can relate to that. That's what my family does, and all of the pieces were pretty interesting. I'm not going to go with what everyone else says about the roadkill one. I thought that one was pretty cool, like with the persistence of vision, because it was just a bunch of snapshots and it actually created motion. I kind of liked it, but it was pretty graphic.
I heard about it through a professor. He was telling it about it. It was an extra credit assignment. I had never gone to one of these things, but I always heard about them, and I always thought they were interesting. So I'm very happy I came out. It was a lot of fun.
Well, anybody who has work that they'd like to submit for competition is eligible to compete in Black Mariah. It's not an amateur film festival. It's open to anybody. I mean, you just have to be able to pay the entrance fee and meet the deadline, and you can submit. There's usually about 1,000 entries every year internationally, and in any given year, Black Mariah is an Academy Award qualifying festival.
That's all we have tonight for the 2014 Black Mariah Film Festival. I'm Courtney Carr for Hawk TV News. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Courtney. For the latest Greek gossip, we now go to Megan Van Tyne and Patrick Swisher.
Thanks, guys, and welcome back to Greek Gossip, where we bring you all that you need to know about what's going on in Greek life here at MU. I'm Patrick Swisher.
And I'm Megan Van Tyne. I'm happy to report that Sigma Tau Gamma Spelling Bee Trivia event was a great success. The boys raised $1,500 for Special Olympics. Laura Garcia and Kara Post, members of Zeta Tau Alpha, took first place. Afterwards, there were tons of Jersey Mike's subs outside. Donations were made for these sandwiches, which raised another $100. This extra money went towards AST's philanthropy, as they were winners of the Jersey Mike's contest. The brothers of Sigma Tau Gamma really went the extra mile to make a difference with their event.
In other news around campus, Alpha Sigma Tau held a delicious bake sale in the Student Center to close out the month of March. It is always great to see bake sales happening, not just because of the delicious food, but it is a great and simple way to show presence on campus for a good cause.
This past week, Greek Senate held elections for new members of the council to be voted in and serve the next term. This is a very exciting time for Greek life. We are all looking forward to the changes and new ideas that this new group will bring us. I would like to congratulate all of the new members of Greek Senate, especially my partner Pat, who has been elected Greek Senate president.
Thanks, Megan. But last but not least, I would like to mention that on March 12th, the MPCG held a meet and greet in Wilson Auditorium. For those of you who do not know, this group is a multicultural and professional Greek council. We will keep you posted on what they have in store to get their names across campus.
That's all we have for Greek gossip for now. Stay tuned for more to come as we conclude this spring 2014 semester. Now back to you guys at the desk.
When we return, we'll hear from Monmouth students about their recent trip to California.
Learning how to kickflip 6 stairs takes determination. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. I'm here with Courtney Carr and Alexa DeRosa. Two students went to MBS in California before spring break. Thank you for being here, guys.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. Yeah. A few questions for you guys. Could you tell the viewers exactly what MBS is?
Yeah, NBS stands for the National Broadcasting Society, and it's pretty much a national convention. Well, it's a society, and then everyone gets together in a national convention where college educators and professionals all come together to help and teach media students or recent graduates how to, get into the field or give them advice or really explain to them how to be prepared for the future.
Yeah, it's also a national competition. Like, I know we had probably about 40 submissions from Monmouth alone for videos, radio spots, scripts, and you submit them to this national competition for a chance to win.
Wow. What exactly did you guys do at the convention?
Well, of course, there was the award ceremony, which is the part everyone seems to look forward to the most, because that's when you find out whether you won an award or not. And then there was also several panels going on every day, every hour and 15 minutes. They had different panels going on.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the award show is the last day of the convention. So leading up to it, like Courtney just said, there's a lot of panels. And then in the middle of the week, there was a networking opportunity, which was actually very interesting because unlike, how Monmouth has a communication career event where you personally have a one-on-one time to network, they actually had huge round tables set up with, 6 or 8 chairs. And you network with one professional at each table with other students competing for the same opportunity.
And you only had 10 minutes, and then you had to switch tables. So it was really interesting. It was literally kind of like the Hunger Games, because everyone had that one person that they definitely wanted to see. Like for me, it was there was a representative from Disney there, and I was like, I gotta see him first. So they opened the doors, and everyone goes running in, tries to find the table. But luckily, I got to talk to him, so I felt really good.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
What do you think the benefits of going to MBS are?
I mean, the benefits definitely are, it's national. So it's everybody from all over the United States getting together, and not only are you networking and meeting people, but you're also becoming a finalist or have an honorable mention for your work that you create. And the best part about MBS is that you don't have to create it in school or in a classroom. That's what MBS is for. It's to take it outside of the classroom so you learn more and expand your knowledge in the field. And like mentioned before, it is a competition. So if you win a grand prize, it's an amazing opportunity. It's an amazing shot.
Wow, that sounds like a great opportunity for students. Thank you guys for being here, and we'll be right back with more Hawk TV News.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
All right, Commissioner, hold on. I'll tell him.
Honey, it's Phil. The gold reserve is being attacked.
Tell him I'll be right there.
Don't forget to shut the window.
What? All right, what's the joke? What's so funny?
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're gonna beat them and bust them. Beat them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad
One more
today.
time. All those boys are much too much. Those boys.
Tick, 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 tick. Massive heat waves. Heat waves. Tick. Severe droughts. Tick, tick. Tick, tick, tick. Devastating hurricanes. Tick, 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 tick.
Our future is up to you.
Tick.
Go to fightglobalwarming.com while there's still time.
Welcome back to Hawk TV News. A 20-year-old homeless man was found trespassing on Selena Gomez's property for the second time on Wednesday, April 2nd. Chet Cruz was arrested for violating a prior restraining order. On March 30th, Cruz was arrested for knocking on Gomez's door and refusing to leave. He was then sentenced to 45 days in county jail but was released after serving 7 days. Upon release, a protective order was assigned stating he must remain 150 yards away from Gomez's house. Cruz is currently being held on $20,000 bail.
The Walt Disney Company has finally agreed with YouTube affiliate Maker Studios to a contract for $500 million with possibilities of $450 million in bonuses. With this buyout, Disney has access to around 55,000 YouTube channels. The group of channels run by the Maker Studios average about 5.5 billion views per month and target the young adult to teen demographic. This will allow Disney to advertise to more young adults every day. This is the biggest acquisition from Disney since the purchase of LucasArts.
We now go to our movie critic, Billy Roach. What do you have for us this week, Billy?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Stream It. Are you looking to break away from reality for a while? Well, what better way to get in touch with your imagination than to enter the world of animation? If you enjoy Family Guy or The Simpsons, you'll definitely like Bob's Burgers. Created by Loren Bouchard, it's the story of a dysfunctional cartoon family who owns a burger joint under their apartment. The cast includes comedian Kristen Shaw and H. John Benjamin, who is also the voice of Sterling Archer in Archer. The first 2 seasons are available on Netflix, and you can catch up on the 3rd season on Hulu+. If you're looking for an animated film to bring you back to your childhood, look no further than The Lorax. Based on the story by Dr. Seuss, this film is the story of one man's greed and disregard for the environment, which the Lorax has sworn to protect. Lending their voices to the film are Danny DeVito, Zac Efron, Taylor Swift, Ed Helms, Rob Riggle, and Betty White. Much like the children's book, this film will transport you to the imaginative world of Dr. Seuss and will leave you with a greater appreciation for the trees. The Lorax runs 86 minutes and can be found under children and family movies. Now, if you're really feeling nostalgic, check out Netflix's Kids section. Here you'll find a classic Disney animations such as Mulan, Hercules, Pocahontas, Robin Hood, and more. They even have shows like Scooby-Doo, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Dexter's Lab, and The Magic School Bus. Basically, if you miss your life in the 90s and early 2000s, this selection will definitely take you back. Well, that's all I have for you this week, guys, so don't forget to stream it. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Billy. On March 27th, Facebook announced that it is acquiring satellite and drone technology for a new project. In a Facebook post, CEO Mark Zuckerberg introduced the company's Connectivity Lab project. Zuckerberg has not released any specific details, but he did explain that the satellite and drone technology would be used to bring internet connectivity to areas without access. Facebook has hired aerospace and communication experts from NASA to work on the project and has posted job listings for other engineers.
A new study found that marriage could actually decrease your risk of heart disease. Researchers from New York University's Langone Medical Center completed a study on the relationship between marriage and cardiovascular disease to find that those who are single, widowed, and divorced have a 5% higher risk of heart disease than those who are married. The reason why? Researchers found that marriage creates a protective effect on the health of the heart. The researcher, Dr. Carlos Avier, explained that the decreased risk might be due to increased medical appointments and maintaining more compliancy with medications and healthy lifestyle. The study analyzed a total of 3.5 million adults and researched the effect of 4 different types of cardiovascular diseases.
We will now take another short break, but stay tuned for your Monmouth Sports Update.
The first day stepping on the court, I couldn't keep up.
that motivated me to step up my game. When I reach a goal, I set a new one the next day. And my next goal is to go to college. Mastering the court takes persistence. So does getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
Hi, I'm Laura Kepler, Miss America 2012. I had a lot of mentors throughout my life. Thinking back to high school, I specifically had 2 dance teachers who were involved in theater and music. What was really most important was knowing that she was there for me no matter what circumstance I was going through, and that no matter what we were doing or where we were, she was always an ear to listen to whatever I had to talk about, and I knew that she would be there for me no matter what. Knowing that the past does not have to limit your possibilities and does not have to limit who you are or what you will become is one of the main messages that my mentor instilled in me, and is something that I carry through my journey as Miss America and try and instill in other children as well. So it's definitely shaped who I am today and how I choose to give back as Miss America. If you think about the children of our country being the future of our country, and that one mentee could mentor the next president of the United States, or the next Miss America, or the next doctor to cure cancer, or the next teacher, those are the reasons why we need mentors. I've experienced the impact of mentoring firsthand. Together, let's start something for kids in your community at Big Brothers Big Sisters.
It's Timothy Green's first day at school.
What's in there? He's about to fall over.
Anything he might need. There's a box of tissues on the bottom and some Band-Aids. There's a whole first aid kit, actually.
Mom, I can handle it from here.
You don't have to be perfect
Have a great day.
That's too much pressure.
Have the day you have.
to be a perfect parent.
There are 2 people in the world who want you more than anything. They'll make some mistakes, but they will love you more than you can ever imagine.
There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
And so it begins. Not even a week into the 2014 Major League Baseball season, the New York Yankees are already dealing with an injured star. On April 5th, the Yankees placed first baseman Mark Teixeira on a 15-day disabled list with a sprained right hamstring. Austin Romine has called up from AAA to take Teixeira's roster spot. Kelly Johnson, the Yankees' third baseman, will move to first base while Teixeira is absent. And now we go to my co-anchor, Andrew Byrne, with the latest Monmouth sports update.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Sports Talk. Predicted to finish second in MAC play, the Monmouth University baseball team is off to a slow start in their first year in the conference. On April 5th and 6th, MU traveled to Jersey City to take on St. Peter's and dropped 2 of 3. After a thrilling 9-7 win in Game 1 of a doubleheader in which Craig Sweeney hit a 9th-inning grand slam, the Hawks dropped the next 2 games. With April 8th's game against Temple rained out, the Blue and White's next game will be against Princeton on April 9th. To softball now, where Mother Nature continues to wreak havoc on the Hawks' schedule. After 2 rainouts against Marist on April 5th, MU returned to action on April 6th with a doubleheader against Siena. In the first game, the Blue and White defeated Siena 4-2 behind 2 hits and 2 RBIs from Justine Reyes. In the second game, the Hawks' bats fell silent as they were beaten 7-2. Sydney Underhill took the loss for Monmouth as she allowed 4 runs in 2 1/3 innings. Finally, let's check in on the women's lacrosse team, who were dealt their first loss of MAC play on April 5th as they fell 12-8 to Niagara. In that loss, Allison Stathius scored 3 goals, and Danielle Rakowitz continued her torrid pace by netting 2 goals. Rakowitz has scored 8 goals over her last 4 games. The women's lacrosse team returns to action on April 9th against Manhattan. Be sure to check out GoMUHawks.com for Hawks athletic updates, and tune into the Extra Point every night at 6:30 when I and our team of experts provide the latest in Monmouth sports. Until the next time on Sports Talk, I'm Andrew Byrne.
4, 3. That's all for this edition of Hawk TV News. Thank you for joining us. I'm Haley D'Esposito.
And I'm Andrew Byrne. Be sure to tune in next time for another edition of Hawk TV News.